Hi there, everybody. Welcome to another album review. My name is Christian Eschbach. All right, it's time for a little more CCR. I love my CCR. There's nothing better than CCR in the summer, man. I mean, I love CCR all year long, but you get going in the summer, man, and CCR is just absolutely fantastic. All right, so let's get into this album here, okay? So the album that we were talking about, this is the 40th anniversary edition of Bayou Country. Right off the bat, this album opens up with one of my favorite CCR songs, okay? Like, this one probably is definitely my top 10, could be a top 5. And we're talking about Born on the Bayou, man. Oh, yeah. Born on the Bayou. Born on the Bayou. Born on the Bayou. Oh, man. Just some great riffage going on in there, man. Absolutely love every second of it. Then we get into Bootleg. Bootleg, a really cool tune, man. I had never really listened to this song before getting this album. It was never on any of their greatest hits or anything like that I've been around and whatnot. And I really, really dug this one, man. Fantastic song, honestly. Just really, really fantastic. It really does stand out compared to some of the classic CCR tracks. It really does. And just totally, like, I mean, it's a good, honestly, just a really good song. A really good song, really good track, really pumps me up, you know? Graveyard Train. Okay, so I love that CCR is always willing to do some long tracks, man. And it's great because it helps fill out the albums and whatnot. But this album's got two really good length songs, and as a guy who really enjoys when a band gets out there, rocks it, and jams it, you know, does it well, and CCR always does it well. Graveyard Train, man, track 3 on this album, I think it is a beauty of a track, you know. That is followed up by the song I like the least on this album, and that is CCR doing a cover of Good Golly Miss Molly. Um, I I don't want to say that I'm not a Little Richard fan, but it I appreciate what he did for music. I appreciate what he gave to the music world. I really do. But this song in particular is one of those ones I've never really been a fan of. You know, even as a kid, you know, when I was a kid, all the kids I knew went through that little phase where they started really digging on like 50s and 60s. That oldies, we would have called it oldies rock then. It is real oldies rock now. Um, but I really never truly got into this era. You know, it just didn't do much for me. The whole way around, like there's very surf rock is about the only thing that started in like the 50s with 50s rock that I really kind of dig and get into. Most other rock, I haven't found any yet that I really enjoy. It's too poppy for me. That is followed up by Penthouse Popper. This was another track, man. Never heard it before buying this album. Really dig on it, man. Absolutely dig on it. You know, I can understand why, you know, never made it into a best ever greatest hits or whatnot, but I mean, it was a really good tune. And then we get to the legendary. I've played this with my band. I love this tune. I've karaoke'd the hell out of this one. Proud Mary. Fantastic, man. I love this song. I will always love this song. I think it is one of the greatest classic rock songs of all time, man. It screams everything that really is truly originally rock and roll, man. Little Dirty tells a story, you know, talking about the real world, getting out there, you know, living your life. This is what I'm talking about, man. Proud Mary's really great that way, man. And the bass line is just fantastic on it, man. It's just, mwah. And I'll be honest, man. I love the Ike and Tina Turner version. Ooh. I love the CCR version. I love the Ike and Tina Turner version, man. And if you ask me to pick between the two, cannot be done, man. Cannot be done. Because they both are just brilliant. All right. And then we finish off the album with the original album. This has got bonus tracks, which we'll get to. We finish off the album with Keep On Chugglin', which is 7 minutes and is that 42? Yeah, 42 seconds. The font on the back is a little annoying. I fours could be mistaken as ones with old man eyes. Keep On Chugglin', man. There's another one. Just ends the album with a great song that just has some good jam and some good instrumental and everything like that on it. Okay, so for me, I don't grant a lot of these, okay? If you're one of my regular viewers, you know there are very few albums I've ever said this about, okay? Alice Cooper Killer, Aerosmith Toys in the Attic, Metallica's Master of Puppets. I'm sure there's one or two other ones out there I would say it about are 10 out of 10 albums. I mean, True Blue, perfect from one end to the other albums. Now, my personal opinion on Good Golly Miss Molly is the only thing that would stop me personally from saying that this album is not a perfect 10 out of 10. If you enjoy the original version of Good Golly Miss Molly, you will absolutely enjoy this version. It is CCR, making it sound like a CCR tune, doing Good Golly Miss Molly, and it really is enjoyable, and it really, it's just my personal opinion. That is the only thing. Otherwise, this is honestly a perfect 10 out of 10 album, and it doesn't have, even though it's only got Born on the, technically for like the big on singles, you've only technically got Born on the Bayou and Proud Mary on here as the big singles. But Bootleg has been all over movies. Keep On Chugglin's been all over movies over the years. And like I said, Graveyard Train and Penthouse Popper, the only ones that really, for me, Bootleg was another one. I knew it from before. I didn't realize I knew it, same with Keep On Chugglin', I could technically say that about as well. I knew it, but I didn't know it. Because movies, man. These, and so, honestly, yes, you should buy this album. Absolutely. Before I even get to the bonus material, you should absolutely buy this album. Of all the CCR albums I've done reviews for so far that are not a greatest hits album, and this will be the third one, this is by far my favorite. I'm gonna say it for sure. I like Willie and the Poor Boys. I think it was a great album, and Willie and the Poor Boys, it was at that point my favorite CCR album. Then we get into this one, and it's just a whole new ball game at this point. Now, getting into the bonus material, we got Bootleg Alternate Take. I like having the alternate take on here. It really is a nice, cool addition. Born on the Bayou live in London, England on September 28th, 1971. Proud Mary live September 21st, 1971 in Stockholm, Sweden. And Crazy Otto live at the Fillmore, San Francisco, March 14th, 1969. Shit, man. That was a long time ago. Funny part is I'm actually recording this review on March 18th, so at this point, man, we just passed the anniversary of that performance. Crazy Otto. Okay, so Crazy Otto is cool because it's something that's different compared to the rest that's on here. Unfortunately, there's only so much you can do about the live recording quality, and it does honestly hurt the album to a degree with the bonus tracks, but I really do appreciate having a bonus track on there, live one especially, that is not actually on the album as well, and I really, yeah, So this is one of those cases where the bonus tracks definitely help the album out. They don't hurt the album in any way. The sound quality of the bonus tracks, you can only do so much about with live recordings. End of story. You can only do so much about that. Back in the day, the limitations were there. You can't do anything about that. That's why, you had so many bands that would do live overdubs to, fix out parts and make it sound fuller and better. I personally prefer getting to hear it this way. I like the bootleg as much as the quality kind of sucks. You get to hear the band as the band more or less wanted to be heard at the time, and those little flubs or those little losses and stuff like that, that's part of the live experience to me. That's one thing I do hate about going to see bands live now is, Metallica, for example. Because of all the years I spent listening to their live albums, I can sing every part for their live shows live, including, when they do like Ride the Lightning and James says, I forgot the words. That became such a regular part of the live performances in that specific section that you sung those lyrics. If you actually remember the lyrics, that was a great day, All right, folks. So that's where I'm going. I like to hear those differences. One thing I like about the White Stripes. White Stripes is one of those bands that brought back having those differences live. It wasn't always the same live as it was on the album. If you want to hear it like it is on the album, buy the album. You want to go hear the band live, go hear the band live. All right, that's enough. I'm done. Buy this album. All right, we are talking about CCR Bayou Country. I'm sorry, this is a must-have. You got to go get this one. Absolutely. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Am I being too generous? Am I really being too generous? I don't know. That's what the comment section's for. On your way down there, you'll see a couple links as well. You'll see the like button, subscribe button, bell for notifications. If you could hit those, I'd really appreciate that. Otherwise, folks, peace, love, take care.